Today Devesh sir will be teaching now.
Yeah, you are right.
I think so. Rita ma'am will be taking because from some days Devesh sir is not joining.
No, because today Rita ma'am takes Tuesday's class.
No, Tuesday's class is taken by Afroz ma'am.
No.
Yeah, the sequence, the sequence which was the sequence which we were following was Monday Devesh sir, Tuesday Afroz ma'am, Wednesday it was Mayank sir, but he's not taking, so Rita ma'am now. Then Thursday Nishi Mehra ma'am, and then on the
Good evening, sir.
Friday it is
Good
Jay
evening,
sir.
sir. Good evening, sir.
Sir,
Good evening.
how are you, sir?
I'm very well. I hope you're also very fine.
Yes, sir.
You are all on vacations now.
Yes, sir.
What did you do new in your vacation? Every vacation you must try to do something new. What new thing you have done till now?
Sir, there are many new things we are learning. Like I am starting to learning coding and doing learning about the apps, how we can make the apps, and learning about computer science, what is it, and what we can do in that. How wonderful are computers.
Very good. Who are you learning from coding?
Sir, White Hat Junior.
This is online learning or you go to a
Online,
class?
sir. Online.
Okay. How much time every day?
Sir, 1 hour.
Okay. So when you have learned, you make an app for me by which I can talk to God.
But for that, we have to make a app which can connect it to the God.
Yes.
Yes,
So
sir.
keep that your ambition. You will be very successful.
Yeah.
you will
Like what we
get.
can do, we can put another person on the another call, and like it will be looking like we are talking to a God.
No.
We're not,
You will
not
get Nobel Prize
yeah.
if you can connect to God, or even if you can connect to another planet where there are other aliens living.
Or sir,
Yeah.
what will we? Sir, what we will do, sir? We will call our friend and we will say that please wear mask of God, and then we will talk to him.
No. That way you will be caught. You will have
Yeah,
to
sir.
learn extraterrestrial communication. Okay? Communication to other planets is called extraterrestrial communication. Okay? You
Yes.
must have seen the movie Star Wars.
No.
Okay, you must see this beautiful film called Star Wars.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so let's begin with today's topic. What is the biggest form of suffering you have seen?
So
And what would you do if you had power?
I understand the
Yes,
topic.
Weber?
So I have not understand the topic.
Explain, Bhavya.
Topic is very simple. What
Sir, may
is
I
the
explain, Bhavya?
biggest suffering or sorrow you have seen? Misery. It's also called misery. बहुत बड़ा दुख तुमने जो not in your family but anywhere in the world.
Yes, sir. Like
Even in fiction, if you have learned, even in newspapers, if you have learned about what is the biggest suffering you have seen and what you plan to do if you had power, because we must all be kind and try to remove suffering. but
Yes,
we
sir.
can do it only if we have power.
Yes,
So
sir.
if you want to become civil servant, or if you want to become a big leader, then what will you do if you are successful in order to remove suffering of that type? So we will begin with Bhavya. Yes, Bhavya, go ahead.
Namaskar, sir, and my dear friends. I am Bhavya. Today I want to speak on this topic. And the biggest suffering and the misery I have seen is the coronavirus. If I will be having a power, so I will be going to the China and telling them not to eat bats and snakes. So it will be helping us to do not suffer for like a huge pandemic like this COVID-19. And I will be asking them to do not do this again. And so the all the many people were killed in this period in this last 1 year. So I will be asking them to stop them, because if you will be not doing that, there will be a big pandemic, and from which many people of the world will be dying. So the biggest suffering or the misery I have seen is coronavirus. And if I will be having a power, so I will be doing this. Thank you.
Okay, very good, Bhavya. But you shouldn't say a power. Power is abstract noun. With abstract noun, we don't use a. Okay,
Yes,
just say
sir.
power. If I
Okay, sir.
have power, not I have a power. A power is wrong. Okay, and also you said people were killed. In coronavirus, people died. People were not killed. Killed means that they are
Yes, sir.
intentionally,
They were killed by another person. They were
yes,
died.
they died. Or you can also say death rate was high. Many people expired. Died is also called expired. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, who will speak next? Shaurya, will you speak?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead. Very good.
Sir, I have also suffering of coronavirus, sir.
Okay.
So in this pandemic, so many people were died. And if I have a superpower, I will make a mask in which COVID-19 cannot harm us. And I will be asking everyone to please stay at home and saying everyone please stay at home. And after that pandemic, when cases came low, then I will start. Then I will mm, remove every mask and tell you can now go and do anything what you want. Thank you, sir.
Okay, Shaurya, but you spoke for a very short while. You must try to speak for 2 minutes. Okay. And also, please raise your volume. Your volume is slightly dim. Okay. Good for first chance, but I'm sure you will do very well when you speak next time.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Who will speak next?
So he is my aunt's son. One time he is my brother.
Okay. Welcome, Shaurya. You all live close by?
Yes, sir.
Very good.
Sir, now may I start?
Yes, Pepper. Go ahead.
Namaskar, sir, and my dear friends. I am Vaibhavat, and as Shaurya and Bhavya said that we are suffering with corona. So if I have superpower, so I will say that please when corona till that when corona will end, please stay in your homes and wear mask and don't eat food from out. Please make your and second suffering that I was seeing use that Ukraine is suffering from attack from Russia. If I have superpower, so I will I will explain uh, I will explain president of Russia and if I have superpower. So, but this is how I am a child, so I can't. But if I have superpower, so I can stop Corona also, and I can explain the president of Russia also, and every there is many problems in India that in a second in a second many problems come, so they suffer from the problem. Thank you.
Okay, Vaibhav. I think who is younger, Shaurya or Shaurya? What is your age?
Sir, 11 years.
11 years. You are in class.
Sir, 5th.
And Vaibhav, what is your age?
Sir, I am 10 years old.
10 years old.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I will repeat 3 sentences which were used by Vaibhav, and they have some error. You have to tell what is the error. He said Ukraine is suffering from Russia.
No,
I
sir.
have to say that.
Raise your hand. Don't speak directly. Raise your hand if you know the answer. What is the error in this phrase? Ukraine is suffering
Sir,
from Russia.
Sir, I have to say that Ukraine is.
No, Vaibhav, without raising hand, you don't speak. Okay, and let others correct first. Then you will speak in the end. Yes, Shaurya, what is the error?
So error is Ukraine is not suffering from the Russia. Ukraine is suffering from their conditions.
Ukraine is suffering from. Okay, what is better? Lovely, you explain the error.
Sir, according to me, Ukraine and Russia were after, so they have suffered. So it should be Ukraine has suffered.
Suffered from? We don't suffer from another country.
War. So, like there was Ukraine and Russia war. So as we all know that Russia is a bigger country and powerful country. So in the war, Ukraine has suffered. So Ukraine has suffered because in the war there are many buildings and things which have been destroyed in Ukraine. So it should be Ukraine has suffered. It should not be Ukraine is suffering.
So if he wants to say Ukraine has suffered from, what will be the correct noun?
Ma'am,
In this case, it will be the object of the sentence. Suffered from. Yes,
So-
Babbe, you correct.
Sir, let me try. Sir, it can be the Ukraine has suffered from the Russia.
No, first of all, it will not be the Russia.
Sir, may
Never use the before a proper noun. Okay.
I?
Yes, Vaibhav, you say.
Sir, Ukraine has suffered to a country.
No. Correct usage will be Ukraine has suffered from Russian invasion. Okay. Ukraine has suffered from Russia's invasion or Russian invasion.
Okay, sir.
Or attack also you can say. Ukraine has suffered from Russia's attack.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, who will speak next?
So can I?
May I? Sorry, you always say may I, not can I. Okay. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Sir, by the natural disaster, people die and cannot smell because of plastic gases.
You have spoken once, but you can try again. You be louder, okay? Please speak
Okay,
with
sir.
full volume.
Yes, sir. Sir, in this state, if natural disaster have plastic, when plastic burns, they leave a gas in which there are harmful substances. People get sick or ill. People get sick and ill, and then sometimes they die because of the natural substances of plastic gas. If I have a superpower, I can I can disperse any all of the plastic, and the natural disaster will be ended in the time when I get the superpower. Thank you.
The sound
Yes,
was
Shaurya, you made a mistake when you said natural substances of plastic gas. It is not natural, but dangerous substances released by plastic gas. Okay,
Sir, I can say harmful substances.
harmful also you can say. Very good. Okay, who will speak next? Lovely, go ahead.
good evening, everybody. Today I will speak on the topic. So, as we all know that, as we all are familiar with that in the COVID time, the students have suffered the most in related to their physical health and the education. So, they have suffered like they have, and now as the physical schools have started, so many students are suffering with their studies and with the back courses which were taken in the online classes. We all know that the students could not attend the online classes properly as sometimes there would ever network issues, and there were some or the other problems due to which the students had to students were not able to concentrate on the online classes. Also, as they were at home, so there was no concentration and no physical work with the children. The children were not doing any physical work, not going out for playing just because of COVID, as the restrictions were there that students that the all the people were not allowed to go out. So this has affected the education of children and the physical and mental health also. So if I would have power, so I would and now like people have become this habitual of not going out, not they have also been habitual of staying online, so they are not able to concentrate on the topics on their education and studies very properly, as it was online studies from 2 years. So the concentration and the regular practice has been lost, and the writing practice also, like now the physical schools have started, so children are facing many problems, especially the junior ones, and especially the junior ones, as they have wasted their 2 years, so due to which they are facing many problems, and also uh, everybody has not done any physical work, so they're facing and number of problems due to their health, physical and mental health both. So if I would have power, I would so if I have power, if would I would have power, so I would have I could have changed these things, so I can change these things to the people, and I would let the students help in their education, like the back courses, which like if we are not familiar with with the previous class topic, so we will not be able to the current studies which we are doing. So I if I would have power, I could have helped the students in this and with their physical and mental health goals. Thank you. आराम से बोल सकता था, मैं नहीं आ रही.
Yes, lovely. Sorry, I had an urgent call, so I could not listen to your. Rita, did you listen to Lovely? If she has some error, you could point out.
Only the voice was very lovely speak
Yes, Lovely, we
correctly.
are facing this problem that you are never opening your video and your voice is also dim. Please try to do something about it,
Sir,
because from same area others
today
are
I
able to,
used
your cousins are able to.
today I used a different device.
Yeah,
I raised my voice also. Like,
of course you should change your device. Okay, who will speak next?
yeah, I changed it today, and in fact, I raised my voice to speak.
No, your voice is still breaking and your video is not on. Okay, we will wait for your improvement. Khushi, would you like to speak now?
Yes, may I start?
Yes, please.
Namaskar everyone. My name is Khushi and today I will speak on this topic as well. I was
Speak,
around like,
sorry, Khushi, speak louder and a little slower.
sir, are you able to hear me now clearly?
Not very clearly, just be a little louder and don't speak very fast, be a little slower.
Okay, sir, are you able to hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah. So when I was around 3, so it was time to get admission in school, but there was no good and quality school near our village. So we have to move to Dwarka village. So Dwarka for education, and we have to fight a court case and all for because just for distance problem we have taken such big issues about the education. If I had a power, so I will open a great like a good school near our village, and I will also get the permission of transport like bus in our area, so the people who are studying in Dwarka or Dwarka, so they can easily take the help of transport like buses, and they can easily travel to their school safely. So and in the COVID period we all have seen that most of the villages people don't have wi-fi's problem like net problem, so I will provide net towers there, like not because of that the birds also get harm, so I used to provide like some towers or wi-fi for children for the if they are taking online education, so it will help them to take it. And in many villages there are water problems also, so I will like if I have a power, so I will provide pure water system like big tanks or like motors there for the water supply. Thank you.
Your voice was still breaking, Khushi, but one error which I could pick up is you said we have taken help of transport. I think you should better say we had taken the help of
Okay, I got it.
motorized transport. Okay.
Okay, so
Now, Gaurav, would you like to speak? Abhay, do you want to say something? I can see the hand icon.
No, sir.
Okay. Gaurav and Gagan, you have to speak if you are ready. Okay, in the meantime, I'll request if Rita has to say something. What is the biggest suffering, Rita, you would like to guide them about?
Devesh, during these times, so we throughout, I'm 57 already, will be turning 58 this time. So corona virus pandemic problem was the when we felt most helpless, and everywhere there was so much of tense atmosphere and all these. Well, this kind of a virus problem we had seen after, well, even our generations before, and I think after we pray to God, nobody should face this such kind of problem. So corona, and if I had superpower, so I would also would do something that these kinds of unknown virus kind of problem, and which we do not know, we do not have any treatment for that, and they spread so fast, and these kind of problems should never crop up in humanity, so that so much of suffering what we had faced in this era, during this era, we should be free of that and live happily, everybody, without any this thing. Such kind of a problem never, even our forefathers must not have seen. So I would pray, and if I have power, I would do something that such kind of problem nobody would face in life.
That's a very noble thought. Thank you, Rita. I think everyone should realize from each other's experiences, also others.
Sir, may I speak? Mansu.
And disease
Sir, Gagan.
and death as most tragic. But I personally feel death, we don't know whether it is tragic or it is liberation. But surely disease, especially if it is a very painful and prolonged disease, is very, very tragic and full of sorrow. So if you have power, if I had power, we should try to minimize disease in the world. And fortunately, many scientists are working on creating new cures. You may be aware this week only a very promising cure of cancer has been found.
The monkeypox also there, like
Could you be louder? I can't hear you properly.
the disease there in London. So I was saying that there's a disease named as monkeypox also there. Like it's
Yes,
same like
monkeypox is a new problem that has spread from Africa. They are working on the cure, but some news is there that a lot. This will be a big relief to families, because in cancer people die suddenly within a year or so, and that is a big loss to every family which suffers such tragedy. Apart from disease, loneliness is also a big problem. And fortunately, to address the problem of loneliness, we don't need power. Weber, are you listening? Weber, are you listening? We can't hear you, beta. To switch on your mic. Baba, if you are listening, please switch on your mic.
wherever your mic is like off. Yeah, you are
Okay.
on.
Bhavya, are you listening? What did I say? Can you please repeat? What did I say just now?
Sir, I was not able to understand, and I was asking for that only. And there was a
Sir,
network issue, and there was a power cut, so I was asking
Okay,
for the
I'll
last
repeat.
thing.
I was saying
sir,
that it's not a
less.
disease, but it's a suffering. It is not a
Yes, sir.
disease, but loneliness also causes a lot of suffering. And to help in this area, we don't need power. We just need a kind heart. And we need to take out some time to give company to people who are very lonely. Especially old people are sometimes very lonely. Please be kind to them. Please give them some time. Okay, especially
Yes,
in
sir.
your own family. If you will talk to them with affection, they will find some joy. Okay,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can ask them
so
what was the incident happened to you, from which day
yes,
you're living so lonely or so quiet. What's the reason for that?
so give at least 10 minutes to your elders, and also in your neighborhood. If you find someone is very lonely, please give some time to them. Okay, even your
Sure, sir.
servants, etc. Be kind to them, share their feelings. Loneliness is also a very big form of suffering, and we don't need to be powerful in order to help lonely people. This is very important to note. That apart from disease, loneliness, then third biggest form of suffering is when you are being insulted, you are being exploited by some very powerful person, and you can't do anything. For this, you need power. Some powerful people are very arrogant and very cruel, and
Yes,
in
sir.
order to fight them, in order to prevent them from harming
Yes,
others, we need power. So
yes,
I
sir.
all hope
Incentive.
that when you become civil servant or you become a judge or any other powerful official or a big leader, you always try to arrest these people who are creating atrocious, you understand? Very cruel.
Yes, sir. Because of
Atrocious.
these people, many people do not have a thing that if they are thinking that I can become a IAS, they stop them. They say that you are a poor person, you are not so intelligent, you're not so good, you're not so good in that field, so you can't be this, you can't be that. So they
No,
are
not only that.
disappointed from
These
that.
these are called barbs. Barbs. Barbs means hurtful statements. Okay. Barbs can be ignored. You just need some intelligence. But sometimes these cruel gundas, they torture people. Even they kidnap children, or
Yes, sir.
they may murder some innocent person.
Yes,
Of, and worst thing is they can rape or molest, which brings a lot of humiliation to a family and lot of hurt. So such gundas can best be tackled by powerful people. So if you want to become powerful, always remember gundas should be afraid of you. Okay.
yes, sir.
So I have told you three things which cause a lot of suffering. What are they? Shaurya, you repeat please. What are the three forms of suffering which I have told, which brings maximum sadness?
Sir, so first is loneliness. Excellent, sir.
Yes, disease.
So my voice is coming.
Yes.
So first is loneliness, and so second,
After disease, second.
and so second is so I've forgotten. So.
I hope everyone has joined. I was asking a part to add. Like to add.
So your voice
Yes.
is breaking.
I'm asking, apart from the three types of tragedies I mentioned, would you like to add what is the fourth biggest form of sorrow?
Got it.
Namaskar, Rita ma'am.
Namaste, beta. Namaste, beta. I'm also in Delhi today, in your
Oh,
city.
Ma'am, can I speak now, ma'am? Because earlier my mic is not working.
Okay, Gagan. Devesh sir is there? Okay, Gagan, you may start, beta.
Good
Gaurav.
evening, ma'am, and
Okay,
my
Gaurav.
dear ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am, and my dear friends. My views on today's topic is, ma'am, the greatest suffering of everyone's in today's time is, ma'am, COVID-19. As we all know, coronavirus. Everyone suffered a lot, especially the economy has dropped down huge of all the countries. People suffer lost their jobs, and most important, people lost their life. Family was getting ruined within seconds. And also, ma'am, if I was also suffering from the, ma'am, so historic moments that, ma'am, we can't suffer, but ma'am, as I see the moments or see the pictures or videos, I feel that how much the people's earlier suffered. That, ma'am, our Indian army, the Kargil war, or the, ma'am, World War, we see that many soldiers and, ma'am, many moments like Jallianwala Bagh took place in India. That many people lost their life. Britishers rules and came over. They are very brutal. They have no mercy. So everyone, people are dying and dying, and there is a flow of blood everywhere. There is sadness everywhere. So, ma'am, if I had power or something to do, that I will go in the past and try to solve the problem and tell everyone that don't fight, fight can't make any senses, and from fight either of the parties can got benefit. Both parties have both party face disadvantages. So at last, I would like to say that in today's time, the COVID pandemic is the most think that I suffered a lot. Thank you.
Very good, Gaurav. It was Gaurav, I think.
Yes, Devesh.
Yes, sir.
Gaurav, I would just like to suggest that in the end, you said, at last, I would like to say that. It is
Yes, sir.
better to say, in the end, I would conclude by saying that. Okay? Don't say
Yes, sir.
at last. Better, in the end, I would like to say that. Okay?
Yes, yes, sir. Sir,
Rita,
Excuse
Rita,
me,
you
sir.
would
Your
like
voice
to
is
add something?
breaking. Devesh,
So what
their
are
voice
you?
is breaking.
Yes. Renu is also there. Would you like to add something? Ask Renu.
हाँ,
What?
Renu को I requested her, so she was a little hesitant. What will I speak?
Okay.
You can request her, Devesh. I'll just ask her. I was in the meanwhile, Gagan can speak, and
Ask her,
we can request
what
Renu
is
also.
what is the biggest
sir,
suffering
may
she
I
has?
start?
Renu, Devesh himself is saying Renu is
Wait.
around. Devesh, Renu is here for 2 minutes. She can also speak in the last.
Okay.
Devesh?
Gagan, you want to speak now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Want to talk to you, Rita. Okay. Good evening, everyone, and today I'm here to present my views on today's topic. As we are discussing the biggest suffering as we occurs and phases, and so in my life, my biggest occurrence and suffering, and everyone's suffer occurrence in the entire world is the COVID-19. And sir, it is the a big pandemic, big, huge, is a very harsh impact on the every individual in the entire world. It came like an explosive bombshell, and which connects every individual, which spreads in maximum and in the entire world. And due to COVID-19, it gives negative impacts on our country, India, and as well as the world. But as in India, it causes many disadvantages like economic, as about we discuss about the economical crisis due to COVID-19. The sensex, the GDP, the sensex, the money values, the GDP of our country India goes very down, and every individual has to face lots of problems because of that economic disruption due to the COVID-19. And as we see, because of COVID-19, it is a very dangerous disease. Uh, so it occurs lots of deaths of lots of people, which gives a very harsh impact on them. And maximum, there are the majority people in our country and the world which are become homeless because of COVID-19. As because of the low economy, there is no job opportunity, no no very low health facilities. As when COVID-19 came, there is no treatment, no medicine of that. So because of all this uh, disease, I face lots of bad impact, and it gives a very harsh impact on education also. As I am a college student, so as COVID-19 came, my schooling, my college is not going. They were still closed because of last 2 to 3 years because of the COVID-19. And the education which was given necessary to the students, which will not be provided because due to that they forgot their basics. They don't know how to learn right, and about they don't have the knowledge about their topic. So as and if I am a powerful person, or I have the power, so I would try to make the medicine as fast as possible if I have the power to manage the COVID-19.
to finish the COVID-19, or I would like to vanish the COVID-19 completely 100% from the entire world, so that an individual get free from this COVID-19.
Okay, very good, Gagan. Uh, your voice was also slightly breaking. I don't know why. There is maybe some connectivity problem
Network.
today,
Yes,
network
sir.
issue. Okay.
Network issue
But,
was there from Gaurav's side also, David.
huh?
Devesh, Gaurav and Gagan both, they had some issue. Even Lovely all had very low pitch today.
Yeah, yeah.
Devesh,
Huh?
everybody has spoken.
Huh? Yes?
All have spoken, Devesh.
Yeah, everyone has spoken now.
So half a minute, 1 or 2 line only Renu can, because she's busy with kitchen work, she can say one.
If she wants to say something, this is a topic on which everyone will be concerned.
Hello.
Ha, Renu. Thank you for coming, Renu.
Namaskar, ma'am.
Namaskar, ma'am.
Namaskar. 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 Anji beta, can you tell me what is the topic for the day today?
Sir, ma'am, the topic means that the suffering or the misery you have feel, and if you will be having a power to from which you can make it correct. So, what misery or the suffering you will be changing from your power?
Suffering that we have faced, I have faced, or suffering that the world is facing?
Sir, ma'am, the world like
Suffering,
coronavirus is.
suffering that you have seen, which has made you most disturbed.
I think one common suffering that many people, I think people in general are facing in many of the states is terrorism also, like in Jammu, Kashmir. Terrorism is one of the pains that Kashmiri Pandits are facing. This is one
Yes.
of the problems. Many people have spoken about Corona today, but I think this is also a major suffering. People have had to leave their homes, vacate their homes, leave their places which they have been inhabiting ever since, and they had left those places. They were compelled to leave their homes. So
Yes.
that kind of suffering, I think, in general, it is because of the government, and basically, I don't know whether it's but steps need to be taken, but people on their own cannot do much about it. But on the bureaucrat.
Ma'am, the Sri Lanka is also suffering.
Beta, you all use the too much. Never use the before a proper noun. Sri Lanka is a name. Every name is a proper noun. Never use the before a proper noun. Renu, we can't hear you.
Hello.
Ha.
Devesh, there was network issue. Superpower, to had I been at some level, I would have taken some radical steps to remove this problem, because I think, I don't know,
Yes, we
it's
all
a
saw
major suffering on part.
They have also seen the movie Kashmir Files and how much suffering was inflicted by terrorists. I think Renu has made a very important point. We were ignoring this.
it comes under the broader heading of violence and brutality. Anywhere, it can happen in Ukraine also. Russia is invaded, people's homes are being destroyed. So any kind of violence is, of course, a big cause of suffering. So if we have power, then we should definitely address violence, or even bullying, torture. All these are big forms of suffering. Then apart from disease, unemployment is a big form of suffering. If people are unemployed, they are they lose their self-respect, which is a very big loss. So employment creation is very important. Also, people are living in very poor infrastructure. They have to walk for a mile or more to get even drinking water, poor roads, etc. So improving country's infrastructure is very important. All these are causes of suffering. If anyone wants to add something, please add. Otherwise, we will say good night for today and meet tomorrow at 8 p.m.
Sir, Sri Lanka is suffering for food.
Sri Lanka is also unemployment and poverty and price rise that comes under economic suffering. Very good point. Thank you, Shaurya. It's very good that you are using your own mind and not just repeating. So I'm very happy. Good night to everyone. We'll meet tomorrow.
Sir, before you end, I want to tell the latest news of the day.
Okay, Bhavya, please go ahead.
Sir, there are two latest news of the day. First is Adani Power Project sparks row in Sri Lanka, and second is protests on more people arrested. The house which was broken by yesterday in the UP by the police on the order of the CM.
Very good. But why do you say the UP? Don't add the unnecessarily, beta. I am repeatedly telling you, you don't have to add the before a proper noun.
Excuse me, sir. So may I start with the thought of the day?
Okay, Weber.
Good evening, sir, and my dear friends. I am Vaibhavat, and today's thought of the day is: let your smile change the world, but don't let the world change your smile. I repeat, let your smile change the world, but don't let the world change your smile. Thank you.
Good.
So
Very
today
good.
I also want to say something.
Yes, go ahead.
So I want to say we all have two lives, and second life starts when we realize that we only have one life.
Very thoughtful. Good. Very good.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, it was given by my father. Nahi.
Say thank you to him. Good night, everybody. Good night.
Okay,
Bye,
sir.
sir. Thank you for a wonderful class.